Morning, everyone. Finally getting my first good look at the Nevada desert. First order of business today, finding a t-shirt or two that can hold me over the next couple days. All right, so I'm shirted up, about ready to check out of this alien motel and head to Death Valley for day 2. All right, so I have made it to the Furnace Creek Visitor Center, and one really nice thing about this place is they have these covered parking spots, which I imagine come in super handy on the hottest days. I'm actually meeting up with a fan of the channel, so we'll see kind of when he gets here, but I'm meeting up with this guy. I put up this post like 2 or 3 weeks ago asking if anyone was interested in joining in Death Valley, so he said he was down to hang, so we'll be meeting up with him shortly. All right, so I got Tristan here with me.
What's up, y'all? Tristan.
So you want to tell us how far you traveled to come and hang in Death Valley?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Colorado, so I was just coming to Vegas for the weekend, hit up Sam, and was like, why not?
Nice. How much money did you make
on
in Vegas?
Nothing yet. That's the back end of the
trip.
That's the back end.
All right, so Tristan here has convinced me to go on a hike with him this morning. It's still earlier than it could be, I guess.
Yeah.
It's only 87 degrees according to the visitor center, but we're here and we're gonna do the Golden Canyon Trail. And importantly, I think, how long is this? Like 1 mile?
Mile and a half, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what they said at the visitor center is the longest hikes you want to do at this time of day are about 1 mile. So we're basically doing the longest recommended route that we possibly can.
And this is the absolute latest that they say. Like, they really don't recommend going out past right now. Yeah, no 10-mile crazy,
yeah,
ultra.
Exactly. Yeah, don't hike up that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we've made it up what we think is the entire Golden Canyon hike, and it ended in kind of like this. I don't know if you would call this a fulfilling end. So what are you thinking?
I think we got to go up to the end of at least one of these separate trailheads. This is kind of just stop the hike in the middle of the trail.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, you know. Like, you start a story, you don't want to end it with like a lack of a conclusion. So what are you thinking? Red Cathedral, maybe?
I think Red Cathedral.
Okay, yeah, that's another half a mile. I think we can handle it. This is a pretty easy mile, I think. Really
cool views, though. Stuff you won't see elsewhere, for sure.
Yeah, this is not what you expect from Death Valley. I think what both of us are realizing now, it's both of our first times in the park. You know, when you're on the road, it's very deserty, and, you know, I would say it's kind of what I expected on the roads.
Yeah, definitely.
But then when you go into these canyons, they just have these beautiful rock formations. There's so much color involved. You know, you're not really seeing any wildlife or anything like that. We're in the middle of the desert, after all. But it is quite a bit more, I guess, to put it in the typical way that I do, aesthetically pleasing than you might expect.
Super otherworldly too.
Yeah, I think you were saying earlier, it feels a little bit like you're on another planet.
Yeah, definitely. The drive that I had coming in, if you told me I was on another planet, I wouldn't have blinked twice.
Joshua Tree did not have any canyons like this. This is pretty wild.
So, we've only seen a handful of people.
Yeah, there's like no one here. It's pretty wild.
Go straight or bypass it.
Yeah. Yeah, at Mosaic yesterday, there was like a bypass, but you pretty much had to do the bypass because going straight was just so incredibly high. Oh my. This isn't gonna be easy.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right. Oh boy. The view when you get up here is quite something though.
All my pockets were unzipped. I was not.
You're not expecting that? No. No. It's pretty big 0 to 100.
Oh,
Yeah. I think this is probably the end. How you feeling, man?
That last bit definitely got me a little.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little.
All right, Tristan. So we were making our way back down Red Cathedral. And what did we just find out?
So we decided that the trail was going to scale up a mountain. Turns out there's this nice little canyon that we thought that was blocked off that just goes straight down. Avoids all the slippery rocks and
so we got some good cardio in as a result though.
It was a lot of fun, but climbing up the side of the mountain was not on my my Death Valley checklist. That's for sure.
No, and I guess honestly the lack of arrows pointing up there probably makes a little bit more sense now.
Oh yeah, there were definitely paths that made it seem like we were going the right way.
So we finished up our hike, and now we're just searching for something to eat. And I think both of us are kind of surprised that this is something that's in a national park.
Oh yeah.
Like, what, did we just end up in a 5-star hotel somehow?
It's insane.
Pretty wild.
Insane.
They got like a water fountain. They have desert outfitters. Like, they just like transport Palm Springs into Death Valley. It's insane. They literally have a Pete's Coffee here too. This is not what I thought I would see in a national park in the middle of nowhere. Gotta get it for the vid, you know. All right, so we have made it to the Badwater Basin. Is that what it's called?
Yes, that is.
All right, how are you feeling about being this close to the Earth's crust?
It's kind of crazy because 36 hours ago I was up in Colorado, 5,000 feet. Now I'm at under sea level.
Do you feel like the oxygen, the extra oxygen, is giving you more energy?
The hike we did earlier, if I was doing that in Colorado, I would have been dead on it a lot sooner. So definitely feel it.
But I guess what's cool to me is, you know, like this ground actually looks like snow to a certain extent. It's like we're walking on snow, but it's, if someone is normally here, it would be like 100 degrees out.
Yeah, we did get really lucky where it's pretty cloudy right now, so.
Yeah. One could say that the weather just lined up for us.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, wow. It's kind of like, you know, when you're cooking something and you go to pick up some sea salt to throw in a good dish. It feels like you could get an entire lifetime's worth. You just harvest it from here. Never need to go and buy salt again. Just take a look at that granular goodness. So, we had previously passed by a real golf course about, how long ago do you think that was? Like maybe 10, 15 miles back?
Probably back, yeah.
So we were just driving and we saw a sign for something called Devil's Golf Course. So we were wondering whether there was another golf course here, but what do you think, man? Is this real golf course?
If I'm hitting a ball out there, I'm probably never finding it.
Yeah. So ironically, there is a real golf course in Death Valley. Then there is another exhibit called Devil's Golf Course that apparently is not a real golf course. And we also saw, so these are like salt formations. We also saw like a sign that apparently if you fall on one of these, you're risking broken bones. So that is what we were dealing with out here. All right, so Tristan and I just finished up at Death Valley today and went our separate ways. And I'm probably gonna head to this town called Pahrump to crash tonight. And honestly, it's so much fun when you have someone random who's just willing to come and spontaneously hang for the day. I think I had a much better time just having someone with me. And like Tristan's a cool guy, so we were both, you know, trying to do some of the more adventurous stuff, and I think I learned quite a bit. He made some observations that I probably wouldn't have made myself. So yeah, if you're watching this and you want to come hang, and I'm going to another park after you see this, don't hesitate to reach out. All right, so before I leave, I have decided to check out the Death Valley golf course. And I think there's something that's just very weird about there being such a green, full-service golf course here, especially like seeing all the water that's being used. There's just something very strange and off about like this whole situation. But if you're a golfer, this could also be like one of the coolest experiences of your life. And then when you're also like comparing this to something like skiing, they use quite a bit of water as well. So, you know, you just gotta think about all that. What is very interesting though is in stepping into this area, you can immediately feel just how much more humid it is than the rest of the park. And oh my gosh, it is a coyote in the middle of a golf field. That's wild.